is Sutton Porter. You might know her from the Rick Amato Show, the on-air personality, producer. She's a political satirist, one funny lady, and I have to say, as much trouble as I might get in from my girlfriend over at the door, this is one broad with some great gams. Give it up for her. Watch this mic, very touchy.
What are gams?
Legs. Well, we've got Chris Rock here. We didn't know it, the conservative Chris Rock, who dropped the mic. Welcome to the 4-Point Sheraton. This is a little known fact, but this hotel, before the 40% tax hike, was the 10-Point Sheraton. we actually wanted to get John Boehner to get the door. We told him we want $20 and a 2-drink minimum. Can you do it? He said, keep Cantor away from me and I'll see what I can do. But let's push that 2-drink minimum out a few months. I don't understand this liberal mindset that people think these kind of tax hikes are okay. I don't understand it. It's brainwashing. It's poisoning people's mind. It's like my sister when she tells me, no, P-Way is just the name of a restaurant. It doesn't mean anything. They have really good food. It's just their name. It's Pee-wee. Just because it looks like chicken broth doesn't mean it's chicken broth. We've got Americans, rich and poor, ghetto grubbing on banquet $1 frozen dinners, and our president is taking private golf lessons at $1,000 a lesson from 2 instructors. I don't know, I guess he's got to fill his jobs creation list somehow, and that makes 2. You know what I was thinking? This is funny, but it's kind of creepy too, so it's funny and creepy. Honey Boo Boo's mother? Yeah, she's probably now in that $400,000 bracket. The upside to that story is, I think, Walmart still has those tax booths. California, I think California's probably the worst hit. I heard, everybody knows businesses are leaving in droves. I even heard that the swallows won't be returning to catastrophe. I grew up in Detroit, and when I was little, I used to think, one day when I grow up, I'm gonna buy Detroit. Yeah, it's available now. But I'm thinking, for the same price, I'd rather have the big screen TV. And then we have Nancy Pelosi with her. It's a false argument to say we have a spending problem. What if I went into 24-hour fitness and I said, no, that's ridiculous. That's stupid to say that nachos are contributing to my chunky problem. I don't want to hear it. It's stupid. Attention, citizens of the state of United. Please proceed to the main concourse for your financial health evaluation. Those making above $400,000 or more, please move to the front of the line as Mr. Obama can inspect you himself. I was thinking, do you think that the White House ever gets calls from collection agencies? Yeah, about the $16 trillion debt, you think they do? Yes, can I speak to Barack Obama? This is Portfolio Rebirth. This is an attempt to collect the debt. Do you know when you'll be back? No, that's okay. I'll stay on hold. Well, I keep on thinking about you, sister. Yes, I'm still here. Oh, he's with Trumpka. Then he's going to roll or meet some doctors in a dark alley? Okay. Well, when will he be back? He's trimming Michelle's bangs because it makes her look like Patti LaBelle. Now look here, what do you take me for, a fool or MSNBC? Is your current address still 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue? Well, this is what I can do. I can break it down into 3 payments. The first 2 at 5 trillion and the final one at 6 trillion. We won't call anymore. It won't affect your credit score. And I promise you, I will not call Rand Paul. Yeah, well, I know you think he's scary, so pay up and no scary Rand Paul. Do you know how many times a day I hear that? It's not my fault, it's not my fault. It was that crazy Texan that had the job before me. And it doesn't matter what Boehner said to you. You have to repay this debt. Now, do you have any assets? You sold one to Ed Begley Jr. What else have you got going on? No, I have no idea how many wealthy people are living in the United States. Why? You can get 30 or 40% on the head. Oh, you think you'll get the money tomorrow. What are you going to do, call China? Confiscated assault weapons. Yeah, sure, who cares about some old parchment in the National Archives? Then you're off to Tijuana with your friend Eric in the morning. Okay, I'll call back tomorrow, but no more playing around. End of story. Capiche? Good. I'm really happy to be performing for a conservative audience. A lot of times when I go to the Comedy Store or the Laugh Factory, they're very, very uber liberal, and they're rude and they're crude. The last time, the only person that laughed at my jokes were Manti Te'o's girlfriend. So I'm really glad to be here. Hey, where's the Washington State delegation? I thought they were supposed to be here. Must be at the snack bar. I never saw a group of people with the munchies as badly as the Washington State delegation.
Colorado.
This is, oh yeah, and Colorado, yes. This is just crazy. The world's become crazy. I was watching TV the other day, watching Fox, and Dennis Kucinich was on it. When Dennis Kucinich starts making sense to you, you know America's messed up.
That is true.
Just a crazy world. We have perpetual college students demanding government condoms on TV. The Pope is bad because he espouses abstinence. Sandra Fluke is good because she says, like food stamps, I need sex stamps. It's just too costly being promiscuous today. Sandra Fluke spoke her first words to her doctor. They were, your latex glove smells just like Daddy. How glad I am you let the cat play with it before you play with Mommy. You know what I heard? Liberals said we can now drill for natural gas. You know the fracking? They did, honestly. I'm not making it up. On the way in here tonight, a guy with a bongo screamed at me, "Frack off, you fracking conservative." So they said we could do it. And the president, he's fracking with the Constitution. From the First Amendment, the freedom of speech and religion, to the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. Now, when you go to the doctor, he can say to you, do you think that heartburn is caused from you loading your assault weapon on your chest? Did any of you see that Homeland Security video where they say, if a shooter enters your workplace, you need to turn off your cell phone and grab a pair of scissors to protect yourself, or as Salazar would say, a whistle. Did any of you see that? You can't use correction tape on the Constitution. It doesn't say the right to bear office supplies. What is next? The Office Depot Weapons Expo? I don't need to be psychic to tell you that they are going to start banning Staples catalogs in the future. You know the president hates us, don't you? You know he hates conservatives. I heard that he is sending Tea Party leaders on an all-expense-paid trip abroad. We're getting a one-way ticket to the Damascus Beaches resorts. And we should pay no attention to the drones because they're there to protect us. Before I leave you, I want to give you some advice to do if you encounter a progressive on your travels. First of all, you need to raise your arms. You have to look bigger than you are because the progressive is relatively small and cowardly, and his threats have little basis, so basically, he's just a walking bagpipe. He's loud, noisy, full of hot air, and likes to show up at parades. Whatever you do, though, whatever you do, do not run. The progressive takes this as a sign of weakness and he'll pursue. He'll be on you faster than Bill Clinton on a Hooters girl. They can be male, female, transgender, which, by the way, makes it really difficult to tell. If you've crossed that line with the war on women, you don't know where you're going with the transgender thing. Carry organic treats with you. They love organic, which is, it's a Latin word for grows in Crapicus. They desire everything green, especially the green in your wallet. A lot of tourists like to go to Spain and see the running of the bulls. If you do that, be careful that you're not gored by the king of bull, Al, who said, "You think it's hot here? Is the sun a little too close? What do you think? Go and ask Al Jazeera if they're hot." The best way to retain your safety on your travels is to carry a symbol of faith with you. A progressive, the liberal animal will just shrink back in horror at this. Pull out your Star of David or your cross and say, "Progressives, get thee behind thee." Just a little disclaimer. If you encounter the militant group ACT UP, you want to be really careful with that "get thee behind thee" statement. I'm Sutton Porter, and it's been great.